Hey guys, Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So as you can already tell by the title, in today's video I'm coming at y'all with another fall inspired look, but everything that I used in this video will be from the drugstore. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look using drugstore products, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video, and follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So the brows are already done. I used the NYX brow pencil and my e.l.f. brow pomade, both in the shade Espresso. For the eyes, I have a new eyeshadow palette that I want to try out from Milani. I picked up the Gilded Terra eyeshadow palette. The shades are just gorgeous. I want to play with the greens and the browns today. I am going to prime my lids. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer as eyeshadow primer. I'm taking the tiniest bit of my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder to set the concealer on my lids. Alright y'all, so I'm taking the E27 brush and I'm going to start with this shade right here called Slow Burn. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I'm taking my M441 brush and I'm taking this shade right here and I'm just going to use that to deepen the eyes. Alright you guys, so I did this eye off camera because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I know that I wanted to use one of the green shades, so I wanted to swatch them just to see which one I wanted to use. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Full Concealer in the shade 410 and my flat cut crease brush from AliExpress, and I'm just going to cut my crease, but I'm not going to cut it as high up as I usually do when I cut my crease. So I used the M321 brush and I sprayed it with a little bit of my Garnier spray, and I'm taking the shade Sage Advice from the same palette and I'm just going to pack that on wherever I cut. I'm taking the brown shade on a E36 brush and I'm just going to lightly blend that in with the shimmer, and then I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for the shimmer just to help blend it in. I'm going to apply some lashes and I'll be right back. So lashes are on and that is it for the eyes for now. I'm not gonna lie, this was my first time trying Milani eyeshadows and I actually really like them. I did get quite a bit of fallout, but I don't mind that. The shadows blended really nicely and I'm here for it. I actually really do like the eyeshadow palette. I picked up another product from Milani. This is the Hydrating Primer, the Skin Queen Hydrating Primer with hyaluronic acid and coconut water. So I'm going to be trying this one today. That primer has more of a cream consistency to it. I thought it was going to be liquidy, but I like how it feels on my skin. It did hydrate my skin. I let y'all know how it wears in another video for foundation. I'm going to be using my Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation. I haven't used this one in a really long time, and this one also has hyaluronic acid in it. I'm going to be using the shade Deep Dark 185W, and I'm going to apply this with my Juno sponge. This is honestly one of my favorite foundations for this time of the year. It reminds me a lot of the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. This is just everything. It gives you just enough coverage and the finish is beautiful, and it is a hydrating foundation. For concealers, I'm just going to use my e.l.f. Camo concealers. You guys know I mix the shade Deep Caramel in the hydrating and the 16-hour camo. So I'm going to go in with the hydrating first. For the under eyes only, I'm going to take the 16-hour to brighten. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed, and I'm using my BH Cosmetics 117 brush. The brush that I usually use, which is the Merit brush, is dirty, but this kind of does the same thing. I'm going to use the same sponge that I used for my foundation just to blend this concealer out. I'm using another sponge from Juno to blend my under eyes. So to set the under eyes, I'm going to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Loose Setting Powder. I'm using the shade Banana, and this is a mattifying powder. You guys know whenever I use this powder, I use the tiniest bit. I'm going to go in with the sponge that I used for my concealer just to blend any creasing that might have happened, and then I'll take the powder on a Real Techniques sponge. By the way, guys, just to make sure I'm not applying too much powder, I put my sponge in the powder and then I just stamp the excess off on the back of my hand, and then I apply it to my face. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte in the shade Pecan, and I'm using my Color Drain powder brush to apply this, just to set everywhere else. I am going to go in with some of my Garnier face mist just to melt all of this together. I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of powder bronzer. I'm using the Revolution Glow bronzer. This is no stranger to my channel, one of my favorite drugstore bronzers, and I'm using the shade Medium. And I'm using a E4 brush to apply this. For blush, I was going to use the e.l.f. cream blush, but I forgot. So I'm going to use this one from Colourpop. It's like a single blush, and this is in the shade Glass Slipper. And I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush to apply this. I'm going to set my face with the Colourpop Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. I haven't used this in a really long time, but I like this. I really do like this collection, the Pretty Fresh collection from Colourpop. Really like that. For lips, I'm taking my NYX lip liner in the shade Espresso. For lipstick, I'm using this e.l.f. lipstick in the shade, I think this is the shade Cream. And I am going to tone this down with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade 06 Reef. Wrong shade. Alright y'all, so I went in with the wrong shade in the Lifter Gloss. I was supposed to go in with the shade 07 Amber, so I just went over top with a little bit just to tone the lips down. And y'all, the drugstore came through again. I'm going to finish everything off and then come back and show you guys the finished look. Alright you guys, I am back and this is the finished look. I'm not gonna lie, the drugstore keeps proving me wrong, y'all. This looks so good. I'm really impressed with the formula of the Milani shadows. This was my first time trying eyeshadows from Milani, and even though I did get a bit of fallout, these shadows blended really nicely. I am impressed. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll definitely pick up more eyeshadow palettes from Milani. Like, just look at the eye look. That's from the drugstore, y'all. I'm impressed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below, and as always, leave your video suggestions down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.